coming here today for this launch of Muckle Dram Volume 2. It's a fantastic turnout, and it's Waterford has turned it on as well with the lovely weather, and thanks also to the Waterford. Another person I'd like to thank is Jeff, who has actually put this collection together. He's put a lot of work into this. Come all the way from Auckland, getting into the provinces, so it's nice for him to come down. And of course I'd really like to thank Don, because what Don has done in the last 70 years is create a real legacy for New Zealand piping and also international piping, because I could stand corrected that there'd be very, very few people that have matched that record of composition and quality. And Donald McLeod, who was a great composer, he said the more he composed, the better he got. Well, I think with 70 years experience, Don's going to be, as we can say, that he's pretty much there. And the work that he's done in the last few years, since Volume 1, has really, I think, been excellent. And I've been privileged to see those tunes often before they come out and have a chat with Don about them and see how he's gone about the process of composing them. And that's been fantastic. And it's actually great that we've got modern technology, that Don's been able to compose these with that 8-beam program, that he can hear what he's actually composed, and that's also been just an advantage of the modern times. So it's a great occasion, and I'm just thinking about Don the other day and talking to a few people and talking to my father about Don, and the old story in Tatramau or Matamau, where Don came from and where we come from, is that there was another great piper there, a man called Laurie Satrip, and when Don first started composing, Laurie said the thing about Don's tunes is he gets all of these notes, puts them in a big porridge pot, and then pulls them out, because anyone that knows Don's compositions knows that they always have a sting in the tail. They're not what you would call simple tunes, and you have to be a piper to play them, and you have to be obviously a piper to compose them, and Don was clearly that from his earlier days as a great piper. He has, as I say, been composing now for 70 years, and that record, you know, is really quite phenomenal. So it's great that the book is there. Obviously people know that Muckle Dram has been one of the most famous of Don's tunes. Just in August, Manawatu Scottish Pipe Band played it in the medley competition at the World Pipe Band Champs, and that's quite an incredible thing, because they don't pick tunes lightly. They actually have to think very, very carefully about the tune that they play, and the judges at that level base their decision about who wins and loses on the quality of tune, because they expect that everyone's got a good bagpipe, that everyone's got a solid band, particularly at that top level. So that's another testament to Don's composition work, that these tunes are getting played. You know, people that buy the Kia Manawatu CDs, not very many, but there's a lot of Don's tunes on them as well. It's also available on iTunes. There's a lot of Don's tunes, and the reason that they're there is that A, I didn't have to pay Don a royalty, but B, they are great tunes. And one of the best things that I ever did with my musical work was actually going down to Carterton with Don to actually do a recording that he did about the last Pibroch, you know, and it was fantastic, and to have him recite that was really quite special. And the way that came about was that myself and Squint went to see Don one time, and that poem just came out of the ether. Well, yeah. There's quite a few. Yeah, we'd have them up in the grab, and a lot of things came out that night, but that poem was one of them. And I just remember at the time recording it on my phone, saying, right, we've got to put that on the CD, and that's why we've used a lot of Don's material. So, thanks, Don. I think that. Yeah, I don't want to say too much more, because I know Jeff's going to probably praise a lot of your other highlights of the pipe, but I'd like everybody to raise their glass and drink a toast to you. So,
imaginary glass.
So if you could be standing, and we'll just drink a toast to Don. Okay. Don. To Don. Thanks. I'll hand over to Jeff, and yeah, we'll keep on with the festivities.